Hello and welcome to another episode of our Hammerano Culture Unlimited. My name is Chace, coming to you pre-recorded and predetermined from the Hammerano studios, and today we'll be looking back at West Ham's uninspiring draw against Newcastle United. We'll also look at where this draw leaves the Hammers and their fourth place ambition. And lastly, we'll be looking towards West Ham's fixture against Wolverhampton Wanderers. All this and more on today's episode of our Hammerano Culture Unlimited. Do you ever watch a football match and end up saying to yourself, I think I've seen this movie before. I know how this one ends. Well, to put it frankly, that's the vibes I was getting. That's what I was feeling watching West Ham versus Newcastle this past weekend. Well, the first 10 minutes of this match was all Newcastle, and West Ham pretty much failed to make any impact in the opening 10 minutes. All West Ham could do was sit back and try and defend as they faced wave after wave after wave of a tsunami attack. I guess you could say a tsunami attack. But eventually, finally, West Ham were awarded a free kick, and just outside the Newcastle box, Aaron Cresswell took the free kick and Craig Dawson put it in the back of the net. Thank heavens for Craig Dawson. This is his second goal in as many games, and quite frankly, where would we be without Craig Dawson? But West Ham's lead didn't last long, as just before the stroke of half-time, Joe Willock, thanks to some shady defending from West Ham, managed to equalise for the Magpies. Again, another soft goal to concede. It was one of those goals where the ref had to check his wristwatch to see if the ball crossed the line, and the ball did cross the line. So thanks to some suspect defending, Newcastle equalised just before half-time. So the second half can be summed up as uninspiring from West Ham. They struggled to knit any passes together, we gave away the ball far too easily, lacked that extra oomph in attack, and quite frankly just looked all round fatigued. It also doesn't help when you look at the bench and there's no exciting or real game changers to call upon. So what are the talking points coming out of this match, and where does this leave West Ham's top four ambitions? You know what? If I'm going to be honest with you, I think the West Ham top four hope, or the top four dream, that ship has sailed from the harbour. I don't think they're going to make top four. I think we've had many opportunities to make fourth our own. But due to whatever reason, that ship has sailed now. We didn't capitalise on our chances, and the Hammers are left standing on the docks looking at the top four ship sail away. So earlier I spoke about the fact that I've got that feeling where I've almost seen this film before. And to be honest with you, that phrase right now resonates so hard with West Ham. And we don't have to look too far back to see the truth in this. Remember last week against Leicester City? West Ham scored first, and just before half-time, Cresswell gave away that silly handball in the box and awarded Leicester the penalty. Fast forward a week later against Newcastle, yes, West Ham didn't start great, but we got the first goal. And what happened just before half-time? We concede another foolish soft goal. Another thing is, in the previous game week, when West Ham drew against Leicester, when we dropped points to Leicester, the teams around us also dropped points. So I guess you could say we were dealt a shot of grace, a second chance, if you will, to hold on to that fourth spot. And this is where it starts getting real messy, because last week we drew and the results pretty much went our way. However, this week, we drew again. It's better than a loss, but we drew again, and all the teams around us, all the other clubs chasing that top four spot, they managed to pick up the win. Man United won, Arsenal won, Wolves won, and Spurs pulled out a win against Man City. So the pressure is really on West Ham now, and it's getting real tough at the top. I get it, it sounds very doom and gloom, and it sounds like I'm nitpicking and being very negative here. But if you look at West Ham's overall success, and if you look at since Moyes returned, and if you look at how the Hammers have been performing ever since then for the past 2 and a bit years, or just under 2 years, you can almost see why it's very underwhelming or discouraging, because this is almost the first blip West Ham are facing since Moyes returned. Look, there's enough negativity on the internet. Yes, I'm frustrated with the current West Ham form, but I guess if you look hard enough, there are a few positives out there. Time of recording, today, 21st of February 2022, West Ham are 5th on the log. Yes, I doubt we'll stay there much longer the way things are going, but the log doesn't lie, and right now the Hammers are 5th, and we also have a very wealthy, or should I say healthy, goal difference. So that, I guess, is a positive. Also, Hammers are in the last 16 of the Europa League. Now, I know I've been dining out on this fact for a while now, but the truth is the Hammers are in the last 16. I mean, it's not a lie, it's the truth. Will we make it past this round? well, it depends who we face. But as it stands, the Hammers are in the last 16 of Europe, still chasing that European dream. European dream. Still chasing the European dream. Another positive, West Ham are still in the FA Cup. We still have a shot. He who dares wins, and right now West Ham dare to have cup glory at Wembley. And I guess the last point, or the last positivity I could speak about with West Ham is, remember, just 2 years ago, or just under 2 years, we were battling to hold on to our Premier League status. We were fighting relegation. Just under 2 years ago. Now, we're still in Europe, still in the cup, 5th in the league, great goal difference. So, what I'm saying is, just the other day, times were tough. Right now, it's a bit of wine and roses, but again, we've become so accustomed to this enjoyable football, this sexy football West Ham are playing, where now things aren't going our way. Not awfully when we draw. We're not losing every weekend. We're picking up a few draws and dropping points, but as West Ham fans, we've had it a lot worse. But again, we've become so accustomed to the wine and roses. We've become so accustomed to the sexy football that now we're going through a dark patch. It's almost like, oh, flip, the sky's falling. So yes, we're a bit annoyed right now, but if you look hard enough, there is reason as a West Ham fan to smile. Next up for the Hammers, it's a home fixture against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now, if you remember last season, the Hammers did the double over the Wolves. However, this time around, we already lost them earlier in the season, thanks to one goal from Raúl Jiménez. And the men from Molyneux have been in phenomenal form lately, with only 2 defeats in their last 10 fixtures. And this success on the pitch has added to Wolves now being considered a top 4 candidate. Look, obviously I want West Ham to win, but based on current form, Wolves are definitely the favourites. Yes, it's at home, it's a West Ham home match. But Wolves' form is phenomenal, as I mentioned, and I consider them favourites to win this one. Obviously, I want the Hammers to win. I'm going to say a 2-1 win to the Hammers, but we'll be lucky to get a point out of this one. It should be a real tense match. And it looks like we are desperately out of time. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. And if you haven't yet, why not subscribe to Hammerano Culture Unlimited? My name is Chace, and until next time, come on, you Irons.